Welcome to a guide on Team Fortress 2, the game that was called dead many times, yet is about to turn 10. After 1000 hours of gameplay, I have seen so many players who still don't understand how this game works. So, here I am, trying to teach about everything important a new player needs to know. Let's start off with the basics. When you launch the game, you should be greeted with a tutorial. Even though it teaches the very basics of the game for those who had never played FPS games, maybe even for those who had never played the game at all, it stays at too much of a basic level. After you got through the tutorial, there should be a selection of things you can do. You have 6 different options there. If you find only 5, scroll down. Casual is the mode where you will mostly start off. To find all the modes of casual, scroll down again. You have lots of different modes you can choose from. I'll cover them in detail later. You can select or unselect specific boxes if you do not want to play a specific mode. You can also select the entire core game modes list or alternative game modes list if you want to. Or you can also select single maps, for example, if you only want to play Undustable. Then you can press start search and be thrown into a queue where you have to wait until you get put into a game. The top shows your current level, even though it is not too important. It kinda shows your experience as what it is supposed to be. It just shows a bunch of stats from all your games, your current level and more not too important stuff. You can rotate the badge too by clicking on it enough. You can also save and load settings, even though you can only save one. Valve, please fix. You can also play in a party, where you can invite a bunch of friends. Then there is the non-existent competitive mode. You either need to purchase the competitive matchmaking pass or set up some Valve-related safety stuff. I think it was meant to deny cheaters, but this is not the extra sweaty competitive CSGO. This is Team Fortress 2 with a non-existent competitive mode. When you are in there, you can see your match history and rotate the badge too. You can see your rank, which is like your rank, how good you are. Though the rank actually is important for matchmaking. You can see the ranks of friends in leaderboards. That is, if you have some. And if you press global, see the level of all of them. Hello, said you sneaky cunt. I am not gonna show the party system again. Man vs Machine is a mode where you and 5 other players need to fight against waves of robots. You either got man up, which requires you to pay money to play, but you can get rewards for finishing a match. At the beginning, that reward is low, like my friend got 2 sandwiches. Rest in peace him. But you can even get extremely good reward the more matches you have played on it, up to the almighty golden frying pan. Boot Camp is essentially the casual, free version of it. Select a mission and just wait for the queue and you are in a match defending against robots. Can't forget about the party feature again. Do I really have to cover that again? Community servers is a plain cluster
large pile of bad quality content
of servers that are very random, but definitely community made. Training should be kinda familiar already. You are in the basic training, so you can always repeat your training. Offline vs Pets is just victim against bets. Select your gun mode. Then your map. Below you can change the difficulty. If the drop-down menu does not work, use the arrow keys. You can also change the amount of bets in the match. Create server is where you can create a server hosted by yourself, usually privately. You can change map, server name, max players and password. Time per map is the time until your map changes. Win limit is the amount of wins a team needs before the match changes. Round limit is the amount of rounds being played before the match changes. Setting the values to 0 will disable all this. After we have covered the basics of the modes, I am going to show you all gun mode as officially released by Valve and how to play them. Attack/defense is a mode of one team trying to capture all control points within the time limit while the other team stops them from doing so. CP Steal is a special variant of it, where the last point is unlocked at all times. Capture the Flag is a game of steal their intelligence 3 times while stopping the enemies from doing the same. Control Point is a game of 5 control points, where both teams try to capture them all in a predetermined order. King of the Hill is a matchup trying to hold the central point for 3 minutes. Payload is a mode of one team trying to push a payload within the time limit while the other team stops them from doing so. Payload race is the control point variant of payload, where both teams try to push the payload to the end within the time limit. SD Doomsday is a map where both teams try to take an intelligence from one point of the map to the other side of the map. TC Hydro is a variant of control point, where the points are divided into territories, requiring a team to capture them all to win the match. CP Snowplow is a special variant of attack/defense, where one team is trying to capture all control points before the train carrying the payload gets destroyed at the points. PD Watergate is a mode of a team deathmatch game where both teams need to collect gear from killed enemies and deposit it into the UFO. CP Degra is a variant of standard attack/defense, where everyone is only allowed to use medieval weapons and melee weapons. Codprod. Why even is it in here? Manpower is a variant of capture the flag where you can pick up pumps and everyone can use grappling hooks. Pastime is a match of trying to throw the jack into one of the enemy team's goals. Once you selected your match and you are in the game, you are presented with 9 classes. The Scout uses a Scattergun, which is a shotgun better for close range, a pistol and a fast swinging low damage bat. He is the fastest class on foot and can even double jump. He can also capture points or push payloads with twice the manpower. This makes him perfect for rapidly capturing points. Just note that as a scout, you have low health and are an easy hit for splash damage. The soldier uses a rocket launcher, an ordinary shotgun and a shuttle. He can be played in pretty much almost any situation. Even though he is slow on foot, he is excellent for destroying anything from any range. You can even rocket jump with him, by jumping, crouching and firing the rocket at your feet. It will obviously damage you, but with enough practice you can do insane things. The Pyro uses a flamethrower, a shotgun and a fire axe. His left mouse button of the flamethrower fires fire that can burn a lot of enemies and cause afterburn. Just remember the short range. His right mouse button can blow back enemies, projectiles and extinguish teammates from fire, so you can use him for a lot of short-range operations. The Demonman uses a grenade launcher, a sticky bomb launcher and a bottle that does not break. Yes, welcome to Team Fortress 2. The grenade launcher fires out grenades in an arc that will explode either after a short amount of time or if it hits an enemy in midair. The sticky bomb launcher can be used to trap an area. These stickies can be detonated with right mouse button with any weapon out. Just note that the mines can be destroyed by bullets. You can even sticky bomb with 2 stickies similar to the rocket jump. Using 3 stickies is very risky. The heavy is the definition of I have enough of everything, using a minigun, a shotgun, and literally his own fists. Just spin up that minigun and release a blastern. If you do not want to immediately fire, you can just hold the right mouse button and then the left mouse button once you have to fire. The Engineer is the class perfect for defending. He might just have a shotgun, a pistol and a wrench, but he can build sentries, dispensers and teleporters. To build anything, just equip the PDA and select a number of the building you want to build. Every building will cost metal, so look out for that. Sentries will automatically track and kill enemies within range. Upgrading it will increase the fire rate, tracking speed and fire rate. On the 3rd level the sentry will also fire rockets. Dispensers will automatically heal up and refill the ammo of your team within range, and gives engineers metal. Upgrading it will increase the rate of all this. Teleporters require an entrance and exit to be built, and it will teleport any teammate who steps on the entrance. Upgrading it will decrease the recharge time. To upgrade, repair, refill buildings or remove sappers, hit it with your wrench. The medic uses an Eagle Gyun, a medic and a bone set. The medic can heal any teammate, but also disguised enemy spies, and even ever heal them. Healing will charge the Edward Church. On 100%, you can right-click to make yourself into currently healed teammate invulnerable for 8 seconds. The sniper uses a sniper rifle, an SMG and a kukri. If you expected these weapons to be over-the-top deadly, I have to disappoint you. They aren't. The sniper rifle, if scoped in, will deal damage depending on how long you scoped in or how long you charged it for. On full charge, you can kill a fully overhealed heavy. Many people call the SMG bad, but it's actually quite a good weapon. However, the range is very limited and should only be used for close-range situations. The spy uses a revolver, a sapper, a knife, a disguise kit and an invisibility watch. Too much? Okay, I'll explain the weapons. The revolver is a more damage, less heroic pistol-like weapon which is quite accurate. The sapper can be used to disable and destroy any building an engineer built. The knife deals low damage, however will immediately kill an enemy if it hits them from behind. The disguise kit is used to disguise yourself as any teammate or enemy, tricking sentries at all times. The invisibility watch makes you completely invisible to enemies. However, do not bump into any enemy, and look out where you'd cloak, because that can be heard. Once you are in the match, you are then ready to play that game as intended for now. Next videos are gonna cover specific parts and more details. This is just a tutorial to get you started. The name's Pixely Cube. See you next time.